We want to simplify the given expressions. For number 1, we have y to the third times y squared raised to the power of 6. To begin simplifying, we'll use the power property of exponents as shown here. A raised to the power of m raised to the power of n equals a raised to the power of m times n. So the given expression is equal to y to the third times y raised to the power of 2 times 6. 2 times 6 is equal to 12, and therefore this is equal to y to the third times y to the 12th. And now we'll use the product property of exponents shown here. A raised to the power of m times a raised to the power of n equals a raised to the power of m plus n. And therefore y to the third times y to the 12th is equal to y raised to the power of 3 plus 12, which equals y to the 15th. So the given expression simplifies to y to the 15th. And now let's take a look at number 2. Number 2, in the numerator we have x to the 4th times x to the third squared all over 4 x to the 7th. We'll first simplify the numerator and then we'll simplify the quotient. So looking at the numerator, we'll first simplify x cubed raised to the second power, or x cubed squared, which would be equal to x raised to the power of 3 times 2, or x to the 6th. So the numerator simplifies to x to the 4th times x to the 6th. The denominator stays 4x to the 7th. Still simplifying the numerator, x to the 4th times x to the 6th is equal to x raised to the power of 4 plus 6, which gives us x to the 10th. So we have x to the 10th divided by 4 x to the 7th. Now from here, if it's helpful, the x to the 10th in the numerator has a coefficient of 1, and therefore we can think of this as 1/4, or 1 divided by 4, times x to the 10th divided by x to the 7th. Well, 1/4 doesn't simplify, so we have 1/4 times this quotient. Simplify this quotient because we're dividing and the bases are the same. Notice how we subtract the exponents. So we'd have x raised to the power of 10 minus 7, which equals 3. So the given expression simplifies to 1/4 x to the third, which we can also just write as x to the third divided by 4. Either of these expressions would be correct for the simplified expression. And now let's look at number 3. We have 9x to the 4th cubed times 3x squared raised to the power of -3. Let's first write this expression using positive exponents. Notice how here we have 3x squared raised to the power of -3. To simplify this, we use the negative exponent property shown here, where a raised to the power of -m equals 1 over a raised to the power of m, which means if we move the base of 3x squared down to the denominator, the exponent of -3 would become +3. So the given expression is equal to 9x to the 4th raised to the third divided by the base of 3x squared raised to the power of +3. And now we'll eliminate the parentheses in both the numerator and denominator by using the power property of exponents shown here. Again, a raised to the power of m raised to the power of n equals a raised to the power of m times n. So in the numerator, because we have 9 to the 1st x to the 4th raised to the power of 3, this will simplify to 9 raised to the power of 1 times 3, or 3, times x raised to the power of 4 times 3, which is 12. In the denominator, we have 3 to the 1st x squared raised to the power of 3, which will give us 3 raised to the power of 1 times 3, which is 3, times x raised to the power of 2 times 3, which is 6. And 9 to the third is equal to 729, and 3 cubed is equal to 27. So this is equal to 729 x to the 12th divided by 27 x to the 6th. And now we'll simplify the quotient of the coefficients and the quotient involving the x's. So this is equal to 729 divided by 27 times x to the 12th divided by x to the 6th. Well, 729 divided by 27 is equal to 27, and x to the 12th divided by x to the 6th is equal to x raised to the power of 12 minus 6, which is equal to 6. The given expression simplifies to 27 x to the 6th. I hope you found this helpful.